Hey guys, tonight we're exploring ancient depictions in this world that defy all explanation. Ancient carvings, too detailed for their supposed tools. Figures wearing what looked like helmets and suits in cultures that never knew space travel, and texts describing visitors from the sky. These aren't just myths or legends. These are real, documented mysteries that archaeologists and historians still struggle to understand. How were they made? Who or what inspired them? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, what else is still out there, waiting to be found? From colossal geoglyphs, visible only from above, to intricate statues of seemingly impossible beings. So, before diving deep into some of the strangest ancient depictions that challenge our understanding of history, take a moment to like the video and subscribe if you enjoy our content. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is. It's always a joy to see how many people from around the world are ready for this journey. Now, dim the lights, close your eyes, feel your body deeply relax, leaving the tiring day behind, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. Our journey begins with the undeniable presence of astronaut gods across civilizations. But as impressive as the sheer number of these depictions are, they sit on top of something far older, and far stranger. The real mystery lies in the recurring imagery. The figures are consistently portrayed with advanced gear, some wearing over 1,000 years before their time, that no modern historian can fully account for today. The question is, who or what inspired them, and how? The quest to answer that question opens up a fascinating debate. Now, let's break down the main theories, the striking physical evidence we have, and the glaring problems that no single explanation seems to solve. From the sun-baked plains of ancient Mesopotamia, where civilization itself is believed to have blossomed, to the dense emerald jungles of the Yucatan, home to the enigmatic Maya, and from the desolate, windswept deserts of North Africa to the towering, cloud-kissed peaks of the Andes, the human gaze has forever been drawn upwards to the vast stardusted heavens. Across these immense, often isolated landscapes, separated by unfathomable distances and spanning across the great chasm of time, a truly extraordinary and perplexing phenomenon consistently emerges from the archaeological record. The recurring image of what many researchers and explorers have come to identify as astronaut gods or sky beings. These are not merely abstract spiritual figures, easily dismissed as simple folklore or the products of unbridled artistic license. Instead, they manifest as strikingly detailed, sometimes almost technical, representations of non-human entities, frequently adorned with peculiar apparatus, protective headgear, or specialized garment symbols that appear remarkably advanced, almost futuristic. For the civilizations that painstakingly created them, often thousands of years before any conventional understanding of such technology existed. Take a quiet moment. Let your imagination gently lead you back in time, for a heartbeat to an ancient artisan, perhaps living 3, 5, or even 10,000 years ago, nestled in a remote village, far removed from any other complex civilization of their era. Imagine them sketching with crude charcoal on a darkened cave wall, or meticulously carving into a massive, unyielding stone slab. What incredible, overwhelming sight, what profound, world-altering encounter could possibly inspire them to depict figures not quite human? Figures adorned with strange, perhaps spherical headgear, or seemingly enveloped in some kind of sealed, protective suit, complete with what appear to be breathing tubes or integrated communication equipment. These are not fleeting visions or isolated oddities. scattered randomly across the globe and easily explained away by chance. They are, instead, a global tapestry, a persistent and undeniable pattern woven with threads of shared, inexplicable imagery, forming a universal narrative that becomes increasingly difficult to dismiss as mere coincidence. We find these precise, consistent depictions in cultures that, according to all conventional historical and anthropological understanding, never had any form of contact with one another, a paradox that deepens the mystery with every new discovery. We are talking about figures etched into rock faces, molded from clay, or painted in vibrant ochre, often exhibiting unusually large, almond-shaped heads, or eyes that seem to peer with uncanny intensity from behind what strongly resemble visors. These are beings frequently portrayed with a distinct separation from earthly elements, either floating effortlessly above the ground, descending from the sky in strange craft, or surrounded by what appear to be complex instruments, symbols of advanced technology, or even unmistakable flying vehicles of a design utterly alien to their contemporary world. These are not simply the fanciful myths of gods in the traditional sense, powerful deities with human-like emotions and foibles, guiding or punishing mankind. Rather, they serve as enduring visual records, potent testimonials etched into the very fabric of ancient civilizations, suggesting encounters that profoundly transcended the known world, encounters that left an indelible, transformative mark on the human psyche. Think of the advanced ancient Egyptians, the pioneering Sumerians, the sophisticated Mayans, the mysterious indigenous tribes of Australia, or the early European cave dwellers separated by immense oceans and vast stretches of land, by millennia of time and vastly different cultural developments, yet all seemingly drawing from a strikingly similar, singular wellspring of inspiration, depicting entities that utterly defy their historical era. Consider the sheer impossibility of explaining all of this within a purely conventional historical framework. How could the Maya, with their intricate calendars, their sophisticated astronomical knowledge, their sprawling stone cities, and their complex writing systems, depict what some interpret as a figure seated within a specialized vehicle, engaged in what looks like piloting, when the very concept of sustained flight, let alone space travel, was utterly unimaginable and literally millennia away? How could the distant Sumerians, credited with the invention of writing and the wheel, carve cylinder seals showing winged beings conversing with humans, appearing with what look like intricate timepieces or unusual tools? And why would early African tribes painstakingly draw striking, helmeted figures on remote rock faces in the Sahara? Figures entirely unrelated to their known environment, their animals, or their daily lives. The chronological distance, the geographical isolation, and the vast disparity in technological development between these diverse cultures are immense, yet the core, visual motifs and the compelling narrative of sky beings persist, raising profound, unsettling questions about the true, untold nature of our ancient past. This, then, is the heart of our enigma tonight, a pervasive, universal language of imagery, a silent, global chorus of ancient voices, all seemingly narrating encounters with visitors from other worlds, or, at the very least, inspired by a source of knowledge and experience that profoundly transcended geographical and cultural boundaries. It challenges our deepest understanding of human history, of the true extent of ancient technologies, and of the very origins of knowledge and civilization itself. It invites us to quietly ponder. What did our ancestors truly see? What profound, perhaps traumatic or awe-inspiring events did they attempt to communicate through these timeless depictions? Were these figures purely mythical, products of a collective, vivid human imagination and spiritual belief? Or did they document something far more tangible, something that arrived with a celestial roar or a silent, ethereal descent from the heavens, leaving behind a legacy of untold mysteries? As we gently drift through these ancient mysteries, allow your mind to journey, unhurried and unburdened, to these far-off lands. Feel the fine, ancient dust of forgotten cities beneath your bare feet. Imagine the cool air in a deep cave, and hear the soft whispers of winds sweeping across vast, silent plains where these unfathomable secrets lie buried deep within the earth and stone. Envision the raw awe and wonder, perhaps even the primal fear, of those who first bore witness to whatever inspired these enigmatic carvings. Imagine being an ancient observer, perhaps tending your crops under a starlit sky, or watching the horizons when something truly inexplicable, something utterly beyond your comprehension, descends from the sky, something that would forever shape your art, your myths, and your understanding of the cosmos for countless generations to come. How would you record such an event? What symbols, what pictograms, what stories would you painstakingly create to convey such an extraordinary, mind-bending experience to your descendants, hoping they too would understand the profound message? Our tranquil quest tonight is not to provide definitive, dogmatic answers, for many of these questions may never be fully resolved. Instead, it is to calmly and contemplatively explore the questions that continue to echo through the ages, to gently prod at the edges of the unknown, and to embrace the profound sense of wonder and possibility that these ancient depictions evoke. Allow the soft embrace of these mysteries to cradle your thoughts, to quiet any lingering anxieties, as we prepare to embark on our first deep, immersive dive into the intriguing Mesoamerican whispers of Palenque and beyond. Let the gentle currents of ancient secrets carry you deeper into relaxation, knowing that even in mystery, there is a serene comfort to be found. Having traversed the broad, encompassing landscapes of global mystery, our journey now takes a more deliberate, tranquil turn, guiding us gently into the vibrant heart of ancient Mesoamerica. Here, amidst the verdant, mist-shrouded lowlands of what is now southern Mexico, once flourished the awe-inspiring Maya civilization, a culture not only celebrated for its profound intellectual achievements, but also for its monumental architectural prowess that still commands respect and wonder. As we softly tread through the echoing, silent ruins of their majestic cities, bathed in the timeless glow of history, one sight, in particular, calls out to us with a silent, yet profoundly intriguing, testament to the inexplicable Palenque. Within the imposing structure known as the Temple of the Inscriptions, entombed deep within its very stone heart, lies the sarcophagus of the great ruler Kainich Janab Pakal, often simply known to history as Pakal Votan. This sacred resting place, a discovery made with breathless anticipation in the mid-20th century, has since captivated scholars and enthusiasts around the world, not merely for its immense historical significance, but more pointedly, for the astonishing and perplexing imagery etched with meticulous detail upon its massive lid, which seems to whisper tales far beyond our current understanding. It is upon the surface of this very sarcophagus lid, a monumental and intricately carved stone slab weighing several tons, that we encounter one of the most debated and truly astonishing ancient depictions known to humanity. As we allow our gaze to softly trace the complex lines and forms, deliberately choosing to view it not with modern eyes seeking immediate, definitive scientific answers, but with a quiet, open, and contemplative mind, we observe a central figure. This individual appears to be reclined, almost suspended in a state of tranquil operation. within what a great many observers cannot help but interpret as a sophisticated individual craft, or perhaps an elaborate piece of specialized equipment. The figure, widely identified as Pakol himself, is portrayed in a seated, slightly reclined posture, his feet resting delicately upon what strikingly resemble foot pedals, and his hands subtly positioned as if manipulating a series of controls or levers. The sheer level of detail here is remarkably precise, offering a stark and compelling departure from typical symbolic representations of death or purely ethereal divine ascension that one might expect from this era. Above his head, an elaborate structure, which many compare to a breathing apparatus or a complex, tightly fitted helmet, seems to enclose and protect him, complete with what some keen and imaginative observers suggest are tubes or intricate wires extending downwards towards the lower part of the craft. His nose is notably obscured, or perhaps even covered, by what appears to be a specialized device, further contributing to the powerful impression of being encased within a protective, ick-sealed environment, an environment essential for survival in places beyond our atmosphere. The intricate patterns surrounding the figure are often interpreted as dynamic elements, perhaps shimmering flames, ethereal vapor trails, or even a visible exhaust from the propulsion system of the craft, indicating movement, propelling him either upwards into the celestial realms or downwards into the profound mysteries of the earth. The entire scene, though undeniably rich with traditional Mayan cosmological symbols depicting the revered world tree, the vast celestial realms, and the deep underworld, anchors this central figure in a strikingly distinct and almost jarring manner, an anomaly within its own profound symbolic context. It powerfully evokes a tangible sense of an individual actively engaging with and operating complex, perhaps even mechanical, machinery, a vision seemingly millennia ahead of its time for any known ancient civilization on Earth, prompting us to pause and truly wonder. For those who consistently delve into the conventional interpretations, mainstream archaeologists propose that this intricate carving primarily symbolizes Pakal's spiritual descent into the Maya underworld, Xibalba, or his sacred ascension to the heavens via the roots and branches of the cosmic world tree, which is indeed a core and revered tenet of the rich Mayan cosmological narrative. And it is true, the broad, symbolic framework aligns perfectly with their extensive, academic understanding of Maya belief systems and iconography. Yet, for those who allow themselves the gentle freedom to ponder the deeper, more unresolved questions of our ancient past, the sheer specificity of the imagery, the apparent controls, the seemingly enclosed environment, and the highly detailed breathing apparatus collectively offer a tantalizing, almost unsettling, alternative perspective. It gently compels us to quietly consider, could this depiction be more than purely symbolic? Could it, in some profound and ancient way, be a record, however stylized and filtered through the artistic conventions of the time, of something genuinely observed, something truly out of this world for the ancient Maya? The question, like a soft breeze, lingers, persistent and thought-provoking. This single, captivating image at Palenque, as compelling and bewildering as it is thankfully not entirely isolated in the vast and intricate tapestry of Mesoamerican art. As we allow our thoughts to softly drift across the sprawling Maya heartland, exploring other significant sites such as the Grand Pyramids of Tikal, the intricate stelae of Copan, or even journeying further back in time to the enigmatic Olmec civilization, which is considered by many to be the progenitors of numerous Mesoamerican cultures, we occasionally encounter other curious figures that subtly echo the profound themes of unusual attire or seemingly advanced gear. In some Maya stelae and reliefs, we find individuals, often depicted with apparent status or great importance, adorned with elaborate headwear that in certain instances seems to transcend mere ceremonial purpose. These could, in a thoughtful light, be interpreted as peculiar helmets or highly sophisticated headgear, sometimes featuring elements that might even be mistaken for rudimentary communication devices or vision-enhancing apparatus. And if we journey even further back to the deep, formative past, to the mysterious Olmec civilization, we find their colossal stone heads, massive, awe-inspiring monuments to their powerful rulers. While these imposing sculptures do not directly depict overt astronauts, they famously feature intricately carved, fitted helmets that tightly embrace the figures' heads. Some interpretations, with a gentle stretch of the imagination, wonder if even these early, sophisticated coverings hint at a form of protective gear, a distant, ancient memory of something seen, something worn, that was profoundly beyond the everyday experience of their original creators. A memory passed down through generations. It is absolutely crucial, as we contemplate these mysteries, to remember that the Maya, along with the Olmec before them, were by no means a primitive people struggling blindly in the dark. On the contrary, they possessed an astonishingly sophisticated understanding of astronomy, meticulously charting celestial movements with breathtaking accuracy, predicting eclipses with remarkable precision, and developing calendars of such incredible complexity and foresight that they rival or even surpass some modern calculations. Their mathematical system, which brilliantly incorporated the revolutionary concept of zero, was remarkably advanced for their era. Furthermore, their architectural prowess allowed them to conceptualize and construct sprawling ceremonial centers with precision alignments to specific astronomical events, alignments that still baffle modern engineers and archaeologists today, defying our conventional understanding of ancient building techniques and capabilities. So, a quiet, yet profound, question gently arises from these undeniable and astonishing achievements. From where did this profound wellspring of advanced knowledge truly emerge? Was it solely the magnificent product of millennia of human observation, tireless trial and error, and singular, indigenous ingenuity? A testament to the unparalleled brilliance and persistent curiosity of the human mind? Or could there have been an external impetus, a guiding hand, a shared inspiration, perhaps even a visitation from beings possessing a superior, advanced knowledge, that somehow accelerated their intellectual and technological development in ways we are only now beginning to fathom? The very idea, rather than diminishing the extraordinary genius of these ancient cultures, is presented to gently expand our understanding of the possibilities, inviting a calm, open-minded revaluation of what we think we know about our own deep history. As our focus softly shifts from these intricate carvings and ancient, precise calculations, we are left with the quiet, persistent resonance of a central, undeniable enigma. The Mesoamerican whispers emanating from the stone heart of Palenque, the subtle, perplexing hints found in other Maya and Olmec art, collectively invite us to step gently beyond conventional narratives and to consider the profound, untold depths of human history that might well hold secrets far grander, far more astonishing, and far more connected to the cosmos than we have yet dared to fully acknowledge. With these images gently etched into our minds, a rich tapestry woven from intricate carvings and advanced, mysterious knowledge, we prepare to journey further south, high into the rugged, majestic peaks of the Andes, where even grander and more bewildering mysteries patiently await our calm, unhurried contemplation. Allow the gentle current of these ancient wonders to carry you deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of the past continue to unfold around you. Having gently journeyed through the intricate whispers of Mesoamerica, our contemplative exploration now guides us across another vast, untamed expanse of the ancient world. We travel south, leaving behind the steamy, emerald jungles, to ascend into the thin, cool air of the majestic Andes, and then descend towards the stark, awe-inspiring beauty of the South American coastal deserts. Here, amidst the arid plains of Peru, lies one of humanity's most breathtaking and enigmatic artistic endeavors, the Nazca Lines. These aren't carvings found within temples or on sarcophagi, but colossal geoglyphs etched with profound intent into the very face of the earth itself, spanning hundreds of square miles across the Nazca Plateau. As you softly close your eyes, imagine the vastness of that ancient landscape, silent beneath an endless sky, holding secrets whispered only by the wind. From the ground, these monumental creations appear as nothing more than shallow furrows, indistinct lines crisscrossing the rocky terrain in seemingly random patterns. Yet, it is from an aerial perspective, high above the earth, a vantage point seemingly impossible for the ancient Nazca people, that their true, astonishing forms are revealed in their full glory. Here, etched into the vast, natural canvas of the desert, are intricate depictions of hummingbirds with impossibly long beaks, graceful monkeys with spiraling tails, enormous spiders, pelicans, and even figures that some keen-eyed researchers describe as unmistakably humanoid. These figures often appear to peer upwards with wide, round eyes, or are adorned with peculiar radiating halos and antennae-like appendages that hint at a more than human, perhaps even an extraterrestrial, presence. The sheer scale of these creations is overwhelming. Some stretch for hundreds of meters, perfect in their proportion, their lines remarkably straight over vast distances, appearing as if drawn by a colossal, invisible hand guiding an immense celestial compass. The profound mystery of the Nazca Lines deepens significantly when we contemplate not only their creation, but also their intended audience. Why would an ancient civilization, presumably lacking any form of aerial reconnaissance, hot air balloons, or any conventional flight capabilities, painstakingly engineer such immense designs that can only be truly appreciated, understood, and even seen from high above? How were these intricate, perfectly scaled patterns laid out on such a vast canvas without the benefit of an overhead view to guide the artists, to ensure their geometric precision and their stunning artistic accuracy? Conventional archaeological theories suggest sophisticated surveying techniques, perhaps involving teams of skilled workers, ropes, stakes, and detailed small-scale models created on the ground. Yet, the unparalleled precision, the breathtaking accuracy of the lines, the sheer size of these geoglyphs, and the enduring mystery of their true purpose, whether they served as astronomical calendars, ritual pathways for sacred ceremonies, or perhaps even enormous markers for ancient water sources, all leave ample room for quiet, open-minded contemplation. And within these vast, silent images, those striking humanoid forms, with their unusual and almost otherworldly characteristics, continue to whisper persistent tales of something profoundly beyond the terrestrial. Were they reverent representations of local deities, revered ancestors, or perhaps, once again, silent witnesses to beings who commanded the skies, inspiring awe and wonder in the ancient heart? From the wind-swept, sun-drenched coastal plain of Nazca, our journey leads us even higher, much higher, into the thin, rarefied air of the Bolivian Altiplano, to a site that challenges our understanding of ancient engineering with an even greater, more physical intensity, Puma Punku. Adjacent to the famous Tiahuanaco ruins, Puma Punku stands as a bewildering, almost impossible testament to an almost inconceivable level of stonework and construction. What remains of this once magnificent complex are the utterly shattered ruins of a monumental structure, appearing as if struck and torn apart by some unimaginable, cataclysmic force. Yet, it is not the destruction itself that truly captivates our imagination, but the surviving fragments, the enormous, precisely cut stones that litter the landscape, each one a silent, immovable, puzzle-defying conventional explanation. Visualize, for a quiet moment, these massive blocks of incredibly hard stone andesite and diorite weighing tens, even over 100 tons each. These colossal stones are not merely carved with simple tools, they are cut with such incredible precision, such perfect angles, such intricate, almost microscopic detail, that modern laser measurement tools would struggle immensely to replicate them today. Observe the unique and famous H-blocks, interlocking pieces designed to fit together seamlessly, like a complex, three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle, without the need for mortar. The surfaces of these stones are often polished to a mirror-like sheen, and adorned with intricate, almost machine-like grooves, mortises, and tenons, suggesting a sophisticated knowledge of engineering, metallurgy for the tools, and architectural design that far surpasses the supposed capabilities of any known ancient civilization. It's as if these ancient builders possessed tools that could cut stone with the extraordinary ease and precision of cutting through butter, not the simple stone hammers, copper chisels, and laborious techniques that we conventionally attribute to them. The mystery deepens profoundly when we consider the sheer logistics of such a monumental undertaking. How were these massive, impossibly heavy stones transported from quarries located miles away, over treacherous terrain, and then meticulously lifted and positioned with such breathtaking accuracy at an astonishing altitude of over 12,800 feet? The conventional explanation involves thousands of laborers, immense effort, ropes, levers, ramps, and incredible human ingenuity. Yet, the unprecedented level of precision, the exactness of the cuts, the internal angles that would be challenging even with modern diamond-tipped saws and computer-aided design, consistently pushed the very boundaries of what we believe was humanly possible in such an ancient era, leaving us in a state of quiet, profound awe. It forces us to gently, calmly ask the question, without seeking definitive answers, but merely pondering the possibilities. Were these feats solely the product of indigenous human brilliance and tireless labor? Or did these South American skywatchers, much like their Mesoamerican counterparts, receive an impulse, a teaching, or even direct assistance from a source of knowledge that was, quite literally, out of this world? Could the gods they revered have been more than spiritual entities, but instead architects of a forgotten past? As we softly contemplate the Nazca lines, visible only from the sky, and the impossible constructions of Puma Punku, whose baffling precision speaks volumes of advanced technology, a recurring pattern begins to emerge with ever greater clarity in our global tapestry of ancient mysteries. These sites, so vastly different in their expression, one an immense artistic canvas, the other a shattered testament to engineering, both echo a similar, profound, and enduring question. How did ancient humans achieve what, even today, presents an immense challenge to our engineering, our logic, and our understanding of their capabilities? The answers, perhaps, are etched not only on the desert floor, or within the hard stone, but also in the quiet, reflective corners of our own curious minds, inviting us to embrace the wonder of the unexplained. Allow these grand, ancient endeavors, these colossal questions carved into the very landscape, to gently settle in your thoughts, fostering a deeper sense of peaceful inquiry as we prepare to continue our journey to the timeless, sand-swept lands of ancient Egypt, where gods were often said to descend directly from the very stars themselves, bringing with them knowledge and power beyond mortal comprehension. Having floated through the colossal mysteries of South America, our tranquil journey now gently carries us eastward, across shimmering oceans and vast, ancient landscapes, to a civilization whose very name conjures images of timeless wonder and profound enigma, ancient Egypt. Along the life-giving banks of the mighty Nile, amidst the endless sands and under the watchful gaze of the desert sun, a culture flourished that reached staggering heights of artistic, architectural, and spiritual sophistication. For millennia, the pyramids, the temples, and the intricate hieroglyphs of Egypt have stood as silent, enduring witnesses to a people deeply connected to the cosmos, to the cycles of the sun and stars, and to the powerful, often mysterious, deities who governed their world. As we allow our minds to softly settle here, we find ourselves surrounded by artifacts and depictions that, much like those in Mesoamerica and South America, gently, yet persistently, challenge our conventional understanding of their true origins and meanings. Our serene exploration begins in the ancient temple of Hathor at Dendora, a site rich with intricate carvings and profound symbolism. Here, deep within a crypt, lies a controversial relief, often referred to as the Dendora Light. As you softly visualize this ancient image, allow your thoughts to drift over its details. It depicts figures gathered around a large, bulb-like object from which a serpent-like form emerges, seemingly connected to a lotus flower. The entire apparatus is supported by a jed pillar, an Egyptian symbol of stability and power, while mainstream Egyptology interprets this relief within the rich symbolic context of Egyptian mythology, often linking it to creation myths and the journey of the sun god Ra. An alternative and profoundly intriguing interpretation suggests something far more tangible, something that resonates with the otherworldly theme we are gently exploring. Many have pointed to the striking resemblance of this bulb to a giant Crookes tube, or a similar electric lamp, complete with a filament, the serpent, and a base, the lotus, connected to a power source, the jed pillar. The question that softly arises is this: could the ancient Egyptians, thousands of years before the accepted discovery of electricity, have somehow depicted a technology that echoes our own modern understanding of light and power? This notion, rather than diminishing their spiritual depth, adds another layer of quiet wonder to their already astonishing legacy. Continuing our journey through the sands of time, we come to the Temple of Seti I at Abydos, a site revered for its magnificent reliefs. Within one of its ceilings, amidst countless traditional hieroglyphs depicting kings and gods, a curious set of images catches the contemplative eye. These are the famous helicopter hieroglyphs, which, to many modern observers, appear to depict what look remarkably like a helicopter, a submarine or airplane, and some form of tank or other advanced vehicle. These images are often seen as anachronisms, seemingly out of place in ancient Egypt, sparking intense debate and fueling theories of ancient visitors. Mainstream explanations attribute these peculiar forms to a palimpsest effect, the result of older hieroglyphs being plastered over and recarved, with subsequent erosion revealing overlapping symbols that by sheer chance resemble modern machinery. Yet, The distinct, almost recognizable shapes continue to invite quiet contemplation. Is it merely a trick of the eye, a remarkable coincidence of erosion and artistic reappropriation? Or could these images, however indirectly, be a fleeting glimpse into something witnessed, something recorded, that transcended the known technology and conventional understanding of the ancient world? The very act of pondering such possibilities in this serene moment deepens our appreciation for the mysteries that history holds. Beyond these specific, intriguing depictions, the very heart of ancient Egyptian civilization, the construction of their monumental pyramids, continues to present a profound and enduring enigma. Consider, for a tranquil moment, the Great Pyramid of Giza, its sheer scale, its staggering astronomical alignment to true north, its precise internal passages, and the incredible accuracy with which tens of thousands of massive stone blocks, many weighing several tons, were quarried, transported, lifted, and placed with near-perfect precision, all without the aid of modern machinery. Even with all our contemporary engineering knowledge and tools, replicating the Great Pyramid remains an immense, almost impossible, challenge. How did a civilization, supposedly working with only basic copper tools and immense human labor, achieve such unparalleled feats of engineering and architectural mastery? The mystery of the pyramid's construction, their exact purpose, and the seemingly advanced knowledge embedded within their design continues to echo across the millennia, prompting quiet questions about the source of such extraordinary wisdom. And finally, let us gently turn our thoughts to the rich tapestry of Egyptian mythology, a vibrant collection of stories that often speak of gods descending from the stars or arriving in magnificent celestial boats. The ancient Egyptians revered their deities not merely as abstract forces, but as beings who directly interacted with humanity, often bringing knowledge, technology, and the very foundations of civilization. Gods like Osiris, Isis, Ra, and Thoth were said to possess advanced wisdom, to teach humanity agriculture, writing, and the arts. Their origins were often linked to the heavens, to distant stars, or to celestial barges that traversed the cosmic waters. These myths, while undeniably spiritual narratives, also carry a persistent undertone, a whisper that perhaps these gods were more than metaphorical figures. Could these be the ancient, poetic, and religiously framed memories of actual visitations from advanced beings who came from the sky? Beings who, in the eyes of an ancient, reverent people, were undeniably divine. This possibility, far from diminishing the rich spiritual heritage of Egypt, only serves to expand our appreciation for the boundless capacity of human interpretation and the profound ways in which extraordinary encounters can be woven into the very fabric of belief. As we gently absorb these Egyptian enigmas, from the Dendera light and helicopter hieroglyphs to the impossible precision of the pyramids and the legends of star gods, we find a continuous thread connecting these ancient wonders to the overarching mystery of visitors from other worlds. Each example, though culturally distinct, adds another layer to our global tapestry of the unexplained, subtly reinforcing the idea that ancient civilizations across the globe may have shared a common, extraordinary inspiration. With our minds now cradled by these captivating ancient Egyptian stories, we prepare to journey deeper into the very cradle of civilization itself, to the land of Sumeria, where some of the oldest texts speak directly of beings who from heaven to earth came, leaving behind a legacy that continues to stir our quiet contemplation. Let the gentle currents of these mysteries guide you further into peaceful reflection, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence. Having drifted across the sun-kissed lands of ancient Egypt, our tranquil voyage now gently carries us even further back in the vast river of time, to a region often revered as the very cradle of human civilization, ancient Mesopotamia. Here, nestled between the flowing waters of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, a groundbreaking culture emerged, shaping the course of human history in profound and enduring ways. The Sumerians, this remarkable people who pioneered writing, the wheel, sophisticated irrigation systems, and the world's first cities, also left behind an astonishing legacy of art and texts that speak of beings who descended from the heavens, profoundly influencing their nascent society. As we softly settle into this ancient landscape, imagine the warm, fertile crescent, teeming with life, where the earliest narratives of sky beings were first meticulously recorded. The air itself seems to hum with the echoes of forgotten wisdom, waiting to be rediscovered. Among the most captivating artifacts from Sumeria are their exquisite cylinder seals. Small, intricately carved stone cylinders used to roll impressions onto clay tablets, creating a lasting record. Upon these ancient seals, a fascinating array of figures can be observed, some undeniably human, others displaying features that defy simple categorization. We frequently find depictions of majestic, winged figures, often adorned with peculiar headwear or intricate garments that suggest a status or origin far beyond the earthly. These beings are frequently shown interacting with humans, sometimes holding what appear to be unusual tools, advanced instruments, or even what some modern observers might interpret as communication devices. Resonating with a subtle sense of advanced technology, their consistent presence on these foundational artistic records, dating back thousands of years, raises a quiet question: what profound encounters inspired these earliest visions of beings from above? And what vital messages did the Sumerians seek to convey about their origins and celestial influence on human development? Within the rich tapestry of Sumerian mythology, one figure, in particular, captures our contemplative attention: Oannes, often described as a fish god or a culture hero. According to the ancient Babylonian writer Berassus, who documented much of Sumerian lore, Oannes emerged from the Erythraean Sea, near the Persian Gulf, possessing a unique and striking appearance. He was said to have a body akin to a fish, but with a distinctly human head beneath its own, and human feet beneath its fishy tail. This enigmatic being was said to have spent his days among early humans, patiently teaching them invaluable knowledge and essential skills. He imparted the secrets of writing, the principles of sciences, the foundations of the arts, the techniques of agriculture, and the methods for constructing robust cities. Oannes brought order, established laws, and bestowed wisdom upon a fledgling civilization, transforming a primitive existence into an enlightened and organized society. Each night, with the setting sun, Oannes would mystically return to the sea, only to re-emerge the next morning. This recurring narrative of a wise, non-human entity descending from the water, or perhaps arriving from beyond the earthly realm, using the water as a discrete point of entry to impart advanced knowledge, echoes similar tales of sky beings found across disparate cultures globally, gently inviting us to consider its deeper, universal implications for humanity's rapid development. However, it is perhaps the ancient cuneiform tablets themselves, the world's earliest known form of writing, painstakingly pressed into clay, that offer the most direct and compelling narratives for our current exploration. These clay tablets, meticulously deciphered by dedicated scholars over centuries, contain the rich historical and mythological records of the Sumerians. Within these profound and detailed texts, we encounter the captivating story of the Anunnaki beings, consistently referred to by the Sumerians as those who from heaven to earth came. These are not merely abstract, metaphorical deities in the traditional sense of capricious gods. Instead, the ancient texts describe them as a group of powerful, advanced beings who descended from the heavens, interacting directly and sometimes intimately with early humanity. Interpretations by researchers like Zecharia Sitchin, based on his extensive translations of Sumerian cuneiform, suggest that the Anunnaki played a pivotal and formative role in the very development of human civilization, perhaps even influencing our technological advancements and, most controversially, our very genetic makeup. Imagine, for a quiet moment, how the early Sumerians, with their burgeoning understanding of the world, might have perceived such beings. Beings who arrived from the sky, perhaps in luminous, thunderous crafts, possessing knowledge and technology so far beyond anything they could possibly comprehend. It is entirely plausible, even understandable, that these awe-inspiring, seemingly omniscient visitors would have been revered, worshipped, and blindly followed as gods, their instructions revered as divine law, their presence forever altering the trajectory of human history. The cuneiform tablets speak of the Anunnaki bringing specific instructions for building complex structures, for establishing governance, for codifying social order, and even for teaching advanced agricultural practices, suggesting a deliberate and direct intervention in human affairs. They are depicted not only as powerful figures, but also as mentors, guiding humanity through its initial fragile steps towards a complex, organized civilization. These ancient records detail their laws, their hierarchies, and their interactions, painting a picture of a guiding, powerful, and mysterious presence. This central theme, embedded within the oldest written records of humanity, profoundly deepens the historical roots of the ancient visitors concept. It connects the visual evidence we've seen in other cultures, the strange figures and impossible constructions, with a textual narrative that explicitly describes beings from another realm. The Sumerian accounts of the Anunnaki and the tales of Oannes serve as a powerful, ancient story hook, suggesting that the very foundations of human knowledge, technological progress, and societal structure might be intricately entwined with interactions that originated far beyond our planet. What exactly did these intricate cuneiform tablets reveal about their arrival, their intentions, their conflicts, and their lasting legacy on Earth? The questions themselves are a pathway to deeper contemplation, weaving a rich tapestry of history, myth, and the profound unknown, inviting us to gently peel back the layers of time as we softly absorb these ancient Sumerian narratives, the whispers of the Anunnaki and the wisdom of Oannes. We find a consistent pattern emerging with startling clarity, that humanity's earliest recorded memories are often intertwined with visitations from advanced beings who came from the sky. These tales, etched into durable clay and enduring stone, continue to resonate through the ages, inviting us to calmly and openly reconsider the true origins of our civilization and the profound connections we might share with the vast, star-filled cosmos. With these rich historical insights now cradling your thoughts, allowing them to gently settle like fine, ancient dust, we prepare to journey eastward once more to the mystical and deeply spiritual lands of ancient India. There, texts speak of incredible flying palaces and celestial beings with powers beyond our imagining, continuing this global saga of extraordinary encounters. Let the gentle currents of these historically rich mysteries guide you further into peaceful reflection, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, leading you closer to a tranquil rest, having drifted across the ancient, fertile plains of Sumeria, absorbing the whispers of the Anunnaki and the wisdom of a oneness. Our tranquil journey now gracefully carries us further eastward towards the vast and mystical subcontinent of India. Here, amidst a tapestry of towering mountains, sprawling rivers, and dense, spiritual forests, a civilization of profound depth and antiquity flourished, leaving behind an astonishing legacy of philosophical insight, scientific achievement, and epic narratives that stretch the very boundaries of our understanding. In these sacred lands, where spirituality intertwines seamlessly with daily life, we encounter tales and texts that speak not only of revered deities, but of incredible flying machines, celestial beings, and a knowledge of the cosmos that seems breathtakingly advanced for its era. As your thoughts gently settle here, imagine the vibrant colors, the rich scents of spices, and the deep, resonant chants that echo through ancient Indian temples, inviting a profound sense of wonder and peaceful contemplation. Feel the warmth of the sun on ancient stone, and let the gentle rustle of palm leaves accompany your journey into these deep historical mysteries. One of the most astonishing elements within ancient Indian literature is the recurring description of what are known as Vimanas. These aren't just simple chariots or fantastical creatures of myth. In epic poems such as the venerable Ramayana and the sprawling Mahabharata, the Vimanas are depicted with remarkable detail as sophisticated, self-propelled flying machines or even magnificent flying palaces. Picture, for a quiet moment, the descriptions. They are often said to be crafted from various metals, capable of flying through the air, traveling between continents, and even journeying to the moon or other planets. Some accounts specify the Vimanas as disc-shaped or cylindrical, propelled by unknown forces, emitting light and sound. They could ascend, descend, hover, and move at incredible speeds, defying gravity in a way that modern technology only recently achieved. Imagine the awe, the sheer disbelief, the profound sense of wonder an ancient person, perhaps a farmer tending their fields or a sage meditating by a river, would feel witnessing such a craft gracefully traversing the sky, a spectacle that would surely be recorded and recounted for generations, eventually woven into the very fabric of sacred texts and oral traditions. What would it have been like to look up at the heavens and see a flying palace shimmer in the ancient sunlight? The texts meticulously detail their construction, their immense power, and their diverse functions. From warfare to pleasure cruises, the descriptions of their flight capabilities, their internal mechanisms, and even the fuel they consumed read less like poetic allegory and more like ancient technical manuals, albeit filtered through the language and understanding of a bygone era. For instance, the Vaimanika Shastra, an early 20th century Sanskrit text based on even older accounts, goes into astonishing detail about the design, propulsion systems, and pilot training for Vimanas, describing intricate controls and complex internal structures. While modern scholarship often dismisses such texts as later fabrications or purely imaginative literature, the sheer consistency and specificity of the Vimana descriptions across various ancient Indian works invite us to gently yet persistently question: could these elaborate narratives be more than purely symbolic? Could they be ancient, perhaps imperfect, records of advanced aerial vehicles witnessed or even utilized by beings beyond human comprehension, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of ancient India? The possibility, like a distant, ethereal hum, vibrates with profound implications, prompting a serene yet deeply intriguing thought. What if these stories are not merely fiction, but a distorted memory of a forgotten truth? Beyond these incredible flying machines, ancient Indian temples and texts are replete with depictions of deities and celestial beings possessing attributes that profoundly challenge our conventional understanding of humanity. We find multi-limbed gods and goddesses, figures with unusual skin tones, or beings adorned with intricate, almost alien-like headgear and symbolic instruments that seem to transcend earthly technology. These deities are frequently described as possessing incredible powers, capable of traversing the cosmos, communicating across vast distances, and influencing the very fabric of existence. They are often associated directly with the sky, with constellations, and with phenomena beyond our world, hinting at an origin that is fundamentally non-terrestrial. The narrative of divine beings descending from the heavens to interact with humanity, to bestow wisdom, or even engage in cosmic battles, is a cornerstone of Indian mythology, echoing the sky beings' motifs we have encountered in other ancient civilizations like Sumeria and Egypt. These powerful beings, often described as devas or celestial Vajadaras, are not just inhabitants of an ethereal realm. They actively intervene in human affairs, demonstrating knowledge and capabilities far beyond what was known in ancient times. Consider the profound stories of the devas and asuras, powerful beings often in conflict, whose powers and technology described in the Vedas and Puranas seem to defy the primitive context usually ascribed to ancient times. These are not merely human heroes. They are entities operating on a cosmic scale, capable of feats that would today be considered science fiction, wielding weapons of immense destructive power or creating wonders that reshape landscapes. Could these vibrant, complex, and often extremely detailed accounts, rather than being mere metaphors for abstract spiritual concepts, represent ancient efforts to comprehend and record encounters with truly advanced, non-human entities who were perceived as divine due to their extraordinary abilities and advanced technologies? This perspective gently invites us to bridge the perceived gap between mythology and historical record, fostering a calm, open-minded revaluation of these treasured, ancient narratives. It asks us to consider the possibility that what we interpret as gods might have been a different form of visitor from other worlds. And let us not forget the astonishing intellectual heritage of ancient India. This was a civilization that made groundbreaking advancements in mathematics, including the development of the decimal system, the concept of zero, and sophisticated trigonometry. Their astronomical observations were remarkably precise, charting planetary movements, lunar cycles, and stellar positions with an accuracy that often perplexes modern historians. Ancient Indian astronomers developed complex models of the cosmos, sometimes even proposing heliocentric theories long before the West. Their medical knowledge, as documented in Ayurveda, was comprehensive and highly advanced, encompassing surgery, pharmacology, and preventative care. The question, then, gently returns to us. From where did this profound wellspring of advanced knowledge in various scientific disciplines truly originate? Was it purely the product of indigenous genius, developed over countless centuries of meticulous observation and intellectual pursuit, a magnificent testament to human ingenuity? Or could the inspiration, the spark, the foundational understanding for some of these extraordinary advancements have been subtly or overtly influenced by celestial beings who brought with them knowledge from distant stars, accelerating humanity's intellectual journey in profound and mysterious ways? The thought itself is not meant to diminish the human achievement, but to enrich it with a broader, cosmic context. inviting us to contemplate the interconnectedness of all knowledge as we gently conclude our exploration of ancient India. With its captivating tales of flying palaces and celestial beings, and its undeniable legacy of advanced knowledge, we find yet another rich layer added to our global tapestry of ancient mysteries. The Vimanas, the multi-limbed deities, and the profound scientific advancements collectively whisper a consistent message that ancient humans, across continents and cultures, shared an enduring fascination with, and perhaps even direct encounters with, beings or technologies that transcended their terrestrial understanding. This rich cultural legacy, full of wonder and profound possibilities, invites us to continue our serene journey with an open heart and a curious mind, with the echoes of ancient Indian epics softly cradling your thoughts. We now prepare to journey even further eastward, to the serene and deeply spiritual lands of the Far East, where dragon kings descended from the heavens and celestial emperors reigned, offering yet more glimpses into humanity's enduring fascination with visitors from the sky. Let the gentle currents of these ancient wonders carry you deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, leading you closer to a tranquil rest. Having gently journeyed through the vivid narratives of ancient India, absorbing the whispers of flying Vimanas and the wisdom attributed to celestial beings, our tranquil exploration now gracefully guides us even further eastward. We traverse vast, serene landscapes and shimmering seas, arriving in the deeply spiritual and culturally rich realms of the Far East, lands of profound wisdom, ancient traditions, and enduring mysteries. Here, in the venerable civilizations of China, Japan, and Korea, where history intertwines seamlessly with profound philosophy and timeless myth, we uncover yet more compelling echoes of what many interpret as visitors from other worlds. As your thoughts softly settle into these vibrant lands, imagine the serene beauty of ancient pagodas rising against misty mountains, the wisdom held in delicate brushstrokes of ancient scrolls, and the quiet reverence for the powerful forces of nature and the boundless heavens. Feel the crisp mountain air on your skin, and let the distant, ethereal chimes of temple bells guide you deeper into a state of profound wonder and peaceful contemplation. In ancient China, a civilization revered for its profound wisdom, its philosophical insights, and its breathtaking artistic and technological advancements, the heavens were never merely a distant, star-filled canopy. Instead, they were perceived as a dynamic, interactive realm, a cosmic stage from which powerful emperors, revered deities, and extraordinary celestial beings frequently descended. These were not abstract divine forces. The extensive ancient Chinese myths and detailed historical texts are replete with accounts of celestial emperors and powerful dragon kings who are explicitly said to have come down from the heavens to interact directly with humanity. Picture, for a quiet moment, the profound awe and the overwhelming sense of wonder that ancient people would have experienced, witnessing a grand procession or a powerful, luminous figure arriving from the sky, perhaps heralded by strange ethereal lights or mysterious resonant sounds. These beings, often described as benevolent, possessed knowledge and powers far beyond human comprehension. They were said to bring order, teach essential skills, and profoundly influence the very course of human civilization, echoing the narratives of the Anunnaki in Sumeria or the star gods of ancient Egypt. Their arrival frequently marked the beginning of glorious dynasties, the imparting of crucial agricultural wisdom, or the establishment of fundamental governance and the refinement of the arts. These captivating legends are far from confined to a single era, or a particular region within the vast expanse of China. From the venerable Yellow Emperor, said to have descended from the heavens riding upon a magnificent, cloud-dwelling dragon, to the countless stories of wise immortals and ethereal celestial envoys who traversed the skies in wondrous contraptions. The pervasive theme of sky people is deeply embedded in the very fabric of China's cultural consciousness. While these narratives are undeniably rich with intricate symbolic meaning and profound spiritual resonance, they also carry a persistent, undeniably intriguing undertone. Could these vivid, detailed myths, meticulously passed down through countless generations, be a deeply stylized, yet ancient and profound memory of actual encounters with beings from beyond Earth? Imagine, for a moment, being an ancient Chinese observer, perhaps a scholar gazing at the stars from an observatory tower, or a farmer tending your rice paddies, when something utterly inexplicable and profoundly wondrous descends from the heavens, a technology so advanced it would appear magical, and beings so powerful they would be considered unequivocally divine. How would such a mind-bending experience be recorded, remembered, and painstakingly transformed into the enduring myths of dragon kings, celestial emperors, and immortals who fly through the air? The very act of calmly contemplating this profound possibility gently invites a serene, open-minded reevaluation of what we conventionally classify as mere mythology versus what could potentially be deeply filtered, ancient history. Beyond these rich, textual accounts, ancient Chinese art, from intricate bronzes to delicate paintings on silk and stone carvings, occasionally features intriguing figures that, to some modern interpretations, bear a striking, almost uncanny resemblance to our contemporary understanding of advanced beings or even early astronauts. While not always as overtly technological or explicit as the famous Pakal Votan carving in Palenque, we do find instances of figures depicted with peculiar, form-fitting headgear that seems more functional than purely ceremonial. There are also flowing garments that might subtly suggest forms of protective suits or strange, ethereal propulsion, or even beings portrayed within circular or oval motifs that could, with a gentle stretch of the imagination, be interpreted as celestial craft or luminous vehicles. These artistic nuances, often subtle and requiring a discerning eye, become more pronounced and thought-provoking when viewed through the cumulative lens of our ongoing global exploration of ancient visitors. The profound blend of the terrestrial and the celestial in Chinese art is undeniable. But sometimes, an element seems to emerge, a particular detail or form that hints at something truly other, something that doesn't quite fit the conventional artistic or cultural framework of the time, thereby sparking a quiet, persistent curiosity about its true, underlying inspiration. As our gentle journey continues across the vastness of the Far East, we discover similar, compelling threads woven into the rich histories and cultural narratives of Japan and Korea. In Japan, ancient folklore is replete with countless stories of powerful kami, revered spirits or deities who are said to have descended from the heavens to form the very islands themselves and to bestow profound knowledge and order upon humanity. The earliest foundational myths, such as those detailing the creation of Japan by Izanagi and Izanami and the subsequent lineage of the sun goddess Amaterasu, often speak explicitly of a celestial origin for these divine beings, reinforcing the profound and widespread idea of powerful entities arriving from above. Similarly, the Korean foundation myth of Wonung presents a particularly compelling example of this global phenomenon. This ancient legend vividly describes Hwanun, the esteemed son of Hwanun, who was the revered Lord of Heaven, descending directly from the celestial realm to a sacred spot on Mount Taebaek. He arrived not alone, but brought with him 3,000 loyal followers and 3 precious heavenly seals, establishing the very first human city and diligently teaching humanity essential skills such as agriculture, fundamental medicine, the principles of just laws, and a profound sense of morality. He quite literally transformed the barren land and its nascent people, essentially initiating a complex, organized civilization. This direct, impactful descent of a sky being to establish and meticulously guide human society resonates deeply with the themes we have previously explored in Sumeria and Egypt, suggesting a universal human experience, or perhaps a shared interpretation of advanced beings as divine founders, bringing light and order to the world. These powerful, parallel narratives of celestial emperors, majestic dragon kings, revered kami, and sky-descending divine founders, originating from diverse, yet interconnected cultures across the Far East, collectively reinforce the profound, shared human fascination with beings from above. They powerfully highlight a consistent human tendency to interpret advanced visitors or extraordinary, inexplicable phenomena as forms of divine intervention, meticulously integrating these awe-inspiring experiences into their spiritual beliefs, their artistic expressions, and their foundational historical narratives. It is a powerful, silent reminder that across immense continents and vastly different cultural developments, humans have gazed upon the sky not just for spiritual guidance or astronomical observation, but perhaps also for direct inspiration, for profound knowledge, and even for the companionship of beings from realms far beyond their own. The consistent appearance of this sky visitor motif, intricately woven into the very fabric of foundational myths and iconic artistic expressions, strongly suggests a common source of inspiration, even if separated by immense geographical distances, vast stretches of time, and profound cultural evolutions. The quiet certainty of such widespread themes invites deep, tranquil contemplation as we softly absorb these serene narratives and the subtle artistic whispers emanating from the Far East, with their tales of dragon kings, celestial emperors, and sky-descending founders. We add yet another vibrant, intricate thread to our ever-growing global tapestry of ancient mysteries. These tales and images, rich with cultural significance and profound, lingering questions, continue to gently challenge our conventional understanding of history and the very origins of human civilization itself. They invite us to view our shared past with a broadened, more open and accepting perspective, understanding that the boundaries of what we consider possible are often far wider than we initially imagine. With the soothing echoes of these ancient legends now gently cradling your thoughts, allowing them to settle like soft, starlit dust, we prepare to journey westward once more. Our next destination lies in the primal, rugged landscapes of European prehistory, where the enigmatic cave art and monumental megalithic wonders patiently await our calm, unhurried contemplation. Allow the gentle currents of these culturally rich mysteries to carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, leading you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. Having gently journeyed through the vivid narratives of ancient India and the deeply spiritual realms of the Far East, our tranquil exploration now gracefully guides us westward, back towards the venerable continent of Europe. Here, nestled within its rugged landscapes and ancient forests, lies a profound and mysterious past that stretches back to the dawn of human consciousness. This is the realm of European prehistory, a time before written records, when our distant ancestors communicated through the silent language of rock and stone. leaving behind a legacy that continues to baffle and inspire us. As your thoughts softly settle into these ancient lands, imagine the crisp, cool air, the rustling leaves of primordial forests, and the deep, silent reverence of early humans gazing at the vast, star-dusted night sky, searching for meaning and connection in a world both beautiful and terrifying. Feel the chill of an ancient cave, and let the echoes of forgotten human endeavors accompany your journey into these deep historical mysteries. Our serene exploration begins in the hushed, cavernous depths of sites like Lascaux in France or Chauvet in the Ardèche, where the flickering light of ancient lamps once illuminated breathtaking works of art created by our Stone Age ancestors. While these cave paintings are most famous for their stunning depictions of prehistoric animals, bisons, horses, mammoths, and deer, rendered with astonishing vitality and skill closer, more contemplative examination sometimes reveals figures that profoundly stand apart. Picture, for a quiet moment, these shadowy, primeval spaces. Among the familiar fauna, occasionally appear forms that are distinctly non-human, or humanoid figures adorned with peculiar, unidentifiable attire. These aren't the hunters or gatherers, nor are they clearly recognizable animals. Some depict slender, tall figures with oversized heads, or beings with strange, almost alien-like facial features, sometimes adorned with what could be interpreted as intricate headdresses or even rudimentary masks that obscure their true identity. These figures, starkly distinct from the more naturalistic animal forms, possess an enigmatic quality that has long puzzled archaeologists. What profound experiences, what extraordinary visions, what deeply unsettling encounters might have inspired these early artists to venture into the deepest, darkest recesses of the earth to painstakingly record such unusual beings, so profoundly different from their known world and its inhabitants? Could these silent, timeless images be primal human responses to phenomena that defied earthly explanation? Perhaps even fleeting glimpses of visitors from another realm, filtered through the artistic conventions and the profound awe of our most distant ancestors. The profound mystery of these prehistoric depictions only deepens when we consider the sheer commitment required to create them. Imagine the early humans navigating labyrinthine cave systems by the faint glow of torches, their senses heightened, their minds open to the profound wonder and terror of the unknown. They chose to record these unique figures, these others, alongside the animals crucial to their survival, suggesting a deeply significant encounter or a profound spiritual belief. These aren't just idle sketches. They are deliberate, often monumental, works of art imbued with deep meaning, passed down through generations. They represent a powerful, universal human impulse to capture and understand the inexplicable, even when the tools and the language available were rudimentary. The information gap between their presumed understanding of the world and these strange depictions is vast, inviting us to calmly speculate about the true inspiration behind such ancient, perplexing imagery. It challenges us to deconstruct any simplistic explanations and embrace the sheer enigma that these silent, ancient artworks present, allowing our minds to wander into the profound depths of early human experience. From the dark, hallowed chambers of prehistoric caves, our contemplative journey now leads us out into the open, windswept plains, to encounter another astonishing testament to Europe's ancient past, the megalithic wonders. Among these, few sites command such immediate awe and enduring fascination as Stonehenge in England. As you gently close your eyes, visualize the imposing circle of massive, rough-hewn stones silhouetted against a vast, ancient sky. These aren't just random formations. Stonehenge is a masterpiece of prehistoric engineering, a meticulously planned astronomical observatory, and a powerful ceremonial site, constructed thousands of years ago by people we often label as primitive. What truly baffles and perplexes modern engineers and archaeologists is not only the sheer scale of the undertaking, but the astonishing precision involved in its construction. Consider, for a quiet moment, the immense sarsen stones, some weighing up to 50 tons, transported from quarries some 20 miles away. Then there are the smaller, yet still substantial, bluestones, which journeyed an astonishing 140 miles from the Preseli Hills in Wales, crossing both land and water. How were these colossal stones quarried, moved, lifted, and meticulously placed with such exacting alignments, all with the supposed technology of the late Stone Age and early Bronze Age? The precision of the tenon and mortise joints, allowing the horizontal lintel stones to sit securely on top of the uprights, is a feat of sophisticated engineering that would challenge builders even today. More profoundly, Stonehenge is aligned with breathtaking accuracy to the solstices, particularly the summer solstice sunrise and the winter solstice sunset, demonstrating an advanced understanding of celestial mechanics. This intricate astronomical knowledge, combined with the monumental construction, strongly suggests a profound and purposeful connection to the sky, to the movements of celestial bodies, and perhaps even to the beings or forces believed to reside within them. The mystery of Stonehenge, much like the precision of Pumapunku, or the enigmatic depictions in ancient Egyptian art, consistently pushes the boundaries of our conventional understanding of ancient human capabilities. It forces us to ask, how did these ancient builders acquire such sophisticated engineering and astronomical knowledge? Was it through millennia of patient, indigenous observation and experimentation? A magnificent testament to human ingenuity and tireless labor? Or could there have been an external influence, a guiding inspiration, or perhaps even direct assistance from a source of knowledge that transcended their terrestrial understanding, beings who perhaps understood the cosmos in ways we are only now beginning to rediscover? The how and the why of these megalithic wonders remain elusive, inviting us to quietly ponder the true capabilities of our ancient ancestors and the profound, unspoken narratives etched into these monumental stones. It allows for an emotional breathing space, a moment of profound introspection as we gaze upon these silent, enduring testaments to a forgotten past. As we softly contemplate these European enigmas, from the curious figures in ancient cave paintings to the impossible precision and astronomical alignments of megalithic structures like Stonehenge, we find a continuous thread connecting these profound wonders to our overarching global mystery. Each example, though culturally and chronologically distinct, adds another layer to our expanding tapestry of the unexplained, subtly reinforcing the idea that ancient civilizations across the globe may have shared a common, extraordinary source of inspiration or experience. With our minds now cradled by these captivating ancient European stories, we prepare to journey to a continent rich with its own unique and powerful legends of star people, where indigenous tribes hold astonishing knowledge of distant celestial bodies, a knowledge that continues to defy modern scientific explanation. Our next destination is Africa, to explore the mysteries of the Dogon and the Tazali-Naja connections. Let the gentle currents of these ancient wonders guide you further into peaceful reflection, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, leading you closer to a tranquil rest. Having softly contemplated the enigmatic cave art and monumental megalithic wonders of European prehistory, our tranquil journey now gracefully carries us to the ancient and vibrant continent of Africa, Here, amidst its vast and diverse landscapes, from the sun-baked savannas to the towering sand dunes of the Sahara, lies a profound tapestry of human history, rich with indigenous wisdom, compelling traditions, and artistic expressions that speak of deep connections to the cosmos. As your thoughts gently settle into this powerful land, imagine the rhythmic beats of ancient drums, the vast, silent stretches of desert under a blazing sun, and the profound, enduring wisdom held within oral traditions passed down through countless generations. Feel the ancient earth beneath you, and let the whispers of timeless legends guide you deeper into a state of profound wonder and peaceful contemplation. Our serene exploration begins in the arid, yet spiritually rich, region of Mali, West Africa, home to the extraordinary Dogon people. This ancient tribe, dwelling among the Bandiagara cliffs, possesses an astronomical knowledge that has bewildered and fascinated anthropologists and astronomers for decades. Picture, for a quiet moment, their traditional life, seemingly far removed from advanced scientific instruments. Yet, the Dogon possess an astonishingly accurate and detailed understanding of the Sirius star system. They speak, with profound certainty, of Sirius A, the brightest star in our night sky, but more remarkably, they speak of Sirius B, a white dwarf star that is completely invisible to the naked eye. This companion star is incredibly dense and orbits Sirius A in a 50-year elliptical path, facts that were only confirmed by modern astronomy with powerful telescopes in the mid-19th century. How did the Dogon, without any known advanced optical instruments, acquire such precise, verifiable knowledge of a celestial body invisible to the human eye? This profound enigma lies at the very heart of our contemplation. The Dogon explain the origin of their extraordinary astronomical knowledge through their ancient traditions, which speak of visitors from Sirius. They call these beings the Namo-amphibious, intelligent beings who descended from the Sirius star system in a celestial arc. These Namo, according to Dogon lore, brought with them advanced wisdom, teaching the Dogon about the cosmos, the structure of the universe, and the precise characteristics of the Sirius system. Imagine, for a moment, the impact of such an encounter on an ancient society. Beings arriving from the sky, possessing undeniable proof of their superior knowledge, capable of explaining the unseen wonders of the heavens. It is a narrative that resonates with the sky beings' motifs we have encountered across the globe. Yet here, it is interwoven with scientific facts that seem to defy conventional anthropological explanation. The Dogon's knowledge of Sirius B's density, its orbital period, and even its invisible nature, presents a surprising fact that demands thoughtful, calm consideration. This profound contraster, seemingly primitive culture holding such advanced, verifiable astronomical data creates a deep information gap that mainstream science struggles to fully bridge, inviting us to quietly ponder the true source of their ancient wisdom. From the intriguing traditions of the Dogon, our journey now takes us north, into the immense, silent expanse of the Sahara Desert, to the remote and awe-inspiring Tassili Najia Plateau in Algeria. Here, etched and painted onto ancient rock faces and within hidden shelters, lies a vast gallery of prehistoric art spanning thousands of years. While much of this art depicts animals and scenes of daily life from a time when the Sahara was a lush, fertile land, some figures stand out with a striking, almost unsettling difference. These are the famous great gods figures, often depicted with large, round helmets or suits. Picture, for a quiet moment, these ancient depictions, figures with oversized circular heads, sometimes with no discernible facial features within these helmets, or with large, staring eyes peering from behind what appear to be visors. Their bodies are frequently portrayed in a bulky, almost encased manner, resembling modern spacesuits or protective gear, entirely distinct from the more naturalistic human or animal forms found elsewhere in the Tassili Naja art. The artists of Tassili Naja meticulously created these images over several millennia, using pigments that have defied the harsh desert environment. The consistent depiction of these great gods' figures with their unusual attire, often floating or interacting with strange, circular objects, has led many, including proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, to interpret them as ancient records of extraterrestrial visitors. Mainstream archaeology tends to view these figures as highly stylized representations of deities, shamanistic visions, or ritualistic masks. Yet, the striking visual parallels between these ancient suits and helmets and the equipment used by modern astronauts, combined with the recurring global motif of sky beings, gently nudges us to consider the profound implications. What inspired these artists, isolated in the heart of what would become the vast Sahara, to depict beings so profoundly different, so uniquely equipped, and so consistently outside the known framework of their world? The quiet contemplation of these images, their timeless presence in the remote desert, leaves a lingering sense of mystery, an unanswered question echoing across the millennia. As we softly conclude our geographical tour with these compelling African examples, the Dogons, astonishing stellar knowledge, and the great gods of Tassili Naja, we find that the tapestry of global ancient mysteries is now richly complete. Each continent, each culture, has contributed its unique, yet strangely resonant threads to this grand narrative of the unexplained, the indigenous knowledge, the enigmatic art, and the enduring traditions from Africa all appear to defy conventional explanations, leaving us with a profound sense of wonder and intellectual intrigue. We are left with the quiet certainty that ancient humans, across the vastness of time and space, consistently recorded phenomena that transcended their terrestrial understanding, suggesting a universal inspiration, a shared experience, or perhaps even a common source of profound, advanced knowledge. With these powerful images and narratives now cradling your thoughts, allowing them to gently settle like fine, ancient desert sands, we prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase involves a thoughtful, calming, global astronaut archetype, a visual synthesis, where we will compare and contrast all the recurring visual elements we have encountered, seeking to understand the common motifs that transcend geographical and temporal boundaries. Let the gentle currents of these culturally rich mysteries carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. Having now traversed the immense and varied landscapes of our ancient world, from the sun-drenched pyramids of Mesoamerica to the enigmatic rock art of the Sahara, from the colossal stonework of the Andes to the deeply spiritual texts of India, and from the earliest civilizations of Mesopotamia to the primal depths of European caves, we find ourselves holding a vast and intricate collection of astonishing depictions. Each site, each culture, has offered its unique, yet strangely resonant, contribution to a grand, overarching narrative. Now, in this tranquil moment, it is time to gently weave these diverse threads together, to step back and contemplate the remarkable patterns that emerge with startling clarity when we view this global tapestry of ancient mysteries as a unified whole. Allow your mind to softly recall the distinct, yet profoundly similar, visual elements that have consistently appeared across civilizations separated by unimaginable distances and millennia. What truly stands out? What continues to whisper persistent questions in the quiet corners of our understanding is the recurring archetype, the global astronaut archetype, if you will, a collection of features and characteristics that transcend geographical and temporal boundaries, suggesting more than mere coincidence. We have seen these motifs in stone, in clay, in pigment, and in the very fabric of ancient texts, forming a silent, global chorus of ancient voices, all seemingly narrating encounters with something extraordinary, something other. Let us begin by systematically comparing and contrasting these recurring visual elements. One of the most striking common motifs is the consistent appearance of peculiar headgear, or what can only be described as forms of helmets. Recall the central figure on Pakal Votan's sarcophagus lid at Palenque, his head encased in what appears to be an elaborate breathing apparatus or a tightly fitted helmet. Then, let your thoughts drift to the ancient Olmec colossal heads, with their perfectly sculpted, fitted coverings that seem more functional than purely ceremonial. Journey further to the vast, silent expanse of the Tassili Nojer Plateau in the Sahara, where the great gods' figures gaze out from behind large, round helmets or visors, strikingly similar in concept. Even in subtle Chinese and Japanese art, we've glimpsed figures with unusual headwear that hints at protection or advanced functionality. This persistent motif of enclosed or specialized headgear, so universal across unconnected cultures, defies simple explanation. Why would ancient humans across the globe independently conceive of such distinct, non-ceremonial coverings unless inspired by a common source? Hand in hand with these enigmatic helmets comes the pervasive presence of what appear to be suits or protective garments. Think again of Pakal, seemingly encased in some form of seated vehicle, his body protected. The great gods of Tassili Nojer also frequently appear in bulky, almost encased attire that remarkably resembles modern spacesuits, distinct from any traditional robes or clothing. We've also encountered descriptions of multi-limbed deities in ancient Indian texts, or the winged figures on Sumerian cylinder seals, whose attire often suggests something beyond earthly fashion, perhaps protective or specialized gear. The consistent portrayal of beings in what appears to be sealed or advanced clothing, essential for survival in environments hostile to human life, subtly weaves a thread of shared inspiration across these disparate cultures, compelling us to consider the profound information gap between their presumed technology and these advanced depictions. Then there is the undeniable, if often subtle, presence of what can be interpreted as vehicles or craft. The Nazca lines, those colossal geoglyphs, visible only from an aerial perspective, depict humanoid forms that seem to be looking up at the sky, or even abstract shapes that could be interpreted as landing strips or markers. The enigmatic helicopter hieroglyphs at Abydos in Egypt, though debated, strikingly resemble modern flying machines. Sumerian texts explicitly describe the Anunnaki as those who from heaven to earth came, implying arrival by some form of transport. Ancient Indian epics speak of Vimanas, sophisticated flying machines or palaces, and in China, legends recount celestial emperors and dragon kings descending from the heavens in wondrous contraptions. This widespread narrative of beings arriving from or utilizing sophisticated aerial or celestial vehicles serves as a powerful testament to a shared perception of advanced transport, utterly alien to the earthly technology of the time. Consider, too, the depictions of specialized tools or instruments. The figures on Sumerian cylinder seals are sometimes shown holding peculiar devices that do not easily align with known ancient implements, suggesting advanced technology. The advanced astronomical and mathematical knowledge possessed by civilizations like the Maya, the Egyptians, and the Indians, along with the precise engineering marvels of Puma Punku and Stonehenge, subtly suggest the application of advanced tools or knowledge that might have been imparted or witnessed. Even the simple concept of Oannes, the Sumerian fish god, bringing advanced knowledge, hints at the transfer of specialized information or the use of tools beyond human ken. These recurring subtle hints of advanced instrumentation, whether in art or through documented knowledge, further solidify the pervasive astronaut archetype. And what of the eyes? Often, these sky beings or helmeted figures are depicted with unusually large, prominent, or almond-shaped eyes, or eyes that peer intensely from behind visors. We saw this in some of the humanoid figures on the Nazca Plateau, and most notably in the great gods of Tassili-Nazca, whose helmets sometimes feature only large, dark, staring eyes. This emphasis on the visual organs, perhaps suggesting enhanced sight or simply a powerful gaze from beings perceived as different, adds another consistent layer to this global archetype, creating a deep, almost unsettling sense of recognition. Finally, we must acknowledge the recurring theme of unusual body proportions or explicitly non-human forms. The multi-limbed deities of India, while symbolic, also represent a departure from typical human anatomy. The Dogon tribe's description of the Namo as amphibious beings, rather than strictly human, provides a textual example. And some of the figures in prehistoric European cave art, distinct from animal or human forms, carry a sense of primal otherness, while interpretations vary widely. The consistent appearance of figures that are explicitly not human, or possess characteristics beyond human biology, resonates deeply with the idea of visitors from other worlds. The profound and enduring question that arises from this systematic comparative analysis is this: does this striking convergence of imagery, these consistent motifs of helmets, suits, vehicles, advanced tools, large eyes, and non-human forms, suggest a shared human imagination, a collective archetypal dream that somehow manifested independently across diverse cultures? Or does it instead point to a common, singular source of inspiration, a shared experience that profoundly influenced ancient civilizations globally, leaving behind a legacy of consistent, perplexing visual records? The sheer improbability of such precise, often technical, parallels appearing spontaneously across vast geographical and temporal divides, without any apparent contact, is a profound enigma that challenges the very foundations of our historical and anthropological understanding. It is an explicit deconstruction of the idea that these are merely random coincidences or products of isolated cultural development. This cumulative weight of evidence, meticulously observed and thoughtfully connected, reinforces the central enigma of our journey. It invites us to consider that perhaps, in the deep recesses of our past, humanity bore witness to something so extraordinary, so utterly out of this world, that it became indelibly etched into our art, our myths, and our very consciousness, creating a universal language of encounter. These ancient artists, these ancient storytellers, these ancient builders, from every corner of the globe, seem to be whispering the same profound story, a narrative that transcends their individual cultures and unites them in a shared human experience of the unexplained. The mystery, far from being diminished by repetition, only grows deeper and more compelling with each parallel drawn, nurturing a calm sense of wonder. As we gently reflect upon this visual synthesis, allowing the sheer scale and consistency of the global astronaut archetype to settle softly in our minds. We acknowledge the profound questions that linger, unanswered and unresolved. This collective human testimony, spanning continents and millennia, compels us to keep an open mind, to continue exploring the edges of what we think we know. With this unified vision of ancient wonders now cradling your thoughts, allowing them to gently settle like the soft, starlit dust of countless civilizations, we prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase will calmly and thoughtfully examine mainstream explanations, the perspectives of anthropology and skepticism, seeking to provide a balanced understanding of these persistent, ancient enigmas. Let the gentle currents of these culturally rich mysteries carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation. As the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest, having allowed the rich tapestry of the global astronaut archetype to settle softly in our thoughts, we have explored a profound and consistent collection of visual and textual evidence suggesting something extraordinary in our ancient past. Yet, for every compelling mystery, there exists a framework of conventional understanding, a lens through which mainstream archaeology, anthropology, and history carefully analyze such phenomena. In this next phase of our tranquil journey, we will gently turn our attention to these scholarly perspectives, not to dismiss the wonder we've cultivated, but to provide a balanced and comprehensive view, allowing for a deeper, more rounded contemplation as we drift closer to rest. It is crucial, in our quiet quest for understanding, to acknowledge the meticulous work of countless researchers who, with scientific rigor, offer rational explanations for these often perplexing ancient depictions. Let us begin by considering one of the most fundamental aspects of human perception, our innate tendency to find patterns and meaning, even in randomness. This is known as pareidolia, the psychological phenomenon where our brains interpret vague or ambiguous stimuli as something familiar and significant. Think, for a quiet moment, of gazing at clouds and seeing animal shapes, or discerning faces in the uneven surface of a rock. In the context of ancient art, this can lead us to perceive helmets in elaborate ceremonial headwear, or vehicles in stylized cosmic symbols, simply because those shapes resonate with our modern understanding. For instance, the helicopter hieroglyphs at Abydos, while strikingly suggestive to modern eyes, are often explained by Egyptologists as a classic example of pareidolia combined with a palimpsest affectant, older carving being plastered over and recarved, with subsequent erosion creating a chance superposition of symbols that coincidentally resemble modern machines. The human mind is remarkably adept at connecting dots, and sometimes those connections are born from our own experiences and expectations, rather than from explicit ancient intent. Beyond the realm of perception, many of the enigmatic figures we have explored are understood through the rich and complex lens of symbolic interpretations. Mainstream archaeology frequently views these unusual depictions not as literal representations of physical beings or advanced technology, but as profound metaphors for spiritual concepts, cosmological journeys, or the revered attributes of deities. The astronaut on Pakor Votan's sarcophagus lid, for example, is primarily interpreted as a symbolic representation of his soul's journey through the underworld and eventual ascension to the heavens. Via the world tree, a central tenet of Mayan cosmology, the elaborate elements surrounding him are seen as symbolic representations of the tree's roots, the celestial bird, and the forces of creation and destruction, rather than functional components of a machine. Similarly, the multi-limbed deities of India, are understood not as literally having multiple arms, but as symbols of their immense power, their omnipresence, or their diverse attributes. These symbolic interpretations highlight the ancient human capacity for abstract thought, spiritual narrative, and the profound ways in which they expressed their deepest beliefs about life, death, and the cosmos, using art as a vehicle for meaning rather than a literal photographic record. Another powerful explanation often employed by anthropologists is the role of shamanistic visions and altered states of consciousness in ancient societies. Many prehistoric and indigenous cultures engaged in shamanistic practices where individuals, often aided by natural hallucinogens or ritualistic trance states, would journey into spiritual realms, encountering powerful spirits, animal guides, or otherworldly beings. The vivid, often distorted or fantastical figures depicted in cave paintings, or the unusual attributes of certain deities, could be direct artistic renderings of these profound visionary experiences. Imagine an ancient shaman having journeyed into a trance, encountering beings with strange forms or luminous qualities, and then attempting to capture the essence of that powerful, mind-altering experience on a cave wall. Such visions, while deeply personal and spiritual, could easily be interpreted as encounters with sky beings or gods by the community, forming the basis for shared myths and artistic expressions that seem to defy conventional reality. Furthermore, the concept of cultural diffusion offers insights into how seemingly similar ideas or motifs might appear in geographically disparate cultures. This refers to the spread of cultural elements, diyas, styles, religions, technologies from one group to another. While direct contact between all ancient civilizations that depicted sky beings is often dismissed, subtle forms of diffusion through ancient trade routes, migrations of small groups, or even shared psychological responses to universal human experiences could account for some similarities. For instance, the general idea of powerful beings coming from the sky might be a universal human interpretation of celestial phenomena, or a shared response to encounters with rare individuals or advanced technologies from a more developed, yet still ancient, society. The human mind, across cultures, shares fundamental cognitive processes, and these shared processes could independently lead to similar interpretations and artistic expressions of profound experiences, creating patterns that appear universal without requiring a singular, external source. And finally, we must consider the possibility of misinterpretations of natural events. The ancient world was a place of deep connection to nature, but also of profound mystery regarding natural phenomena. Comets streaking across the night sky, brilliant meteor showers, rare atmospheric events like sundogs or aurora borealis, or even geological phenomena such as volcanic eruptions or unexplained lights, could have been interpreted as direct manifestations of divine beings or their powerful vehicles. Imagine witnessing a meteor blazing through the atmosphere, leaving a fiery trail, or a strange cloud formation that appears to take on an almost mechanical shape. For an ancient observer, without the benefit of modern scientific understanding, such sights would be awe-inspiring, terrifying, and profoundly significant, leading to their depiction in art and their integration into myths of sky gods or celestial visitors. These powerful natural events, often perceived as direct communications from the heavens, could explain many of the miraculous or unexplained occurrences attributed to sky beings in ancient texts and art. In presenting these mainstream explanations, it is essential to acknowledge the fundamental importance of scientific methodology and academic rigor. Mainstream archaeology and anthropology rely on observable evidence, testable hypotheses, and interpretations that are consistent with established historical and scientific frameworks. They operate within a paradigm that prioritizes empirical data and peer-reviewed analysis, emphasizing the challenges in proving extraordinary claims without concrete, unambiguous physical evidence that directly contradicts known scientific principles. While the ancient depictions we've explored are undeniably intriguing and provoke profound questions, conventional scholarship requires evidence that stands up to rigorous scrutiny, preferring explanations that are parsimonious, the simplest explanation that fits the facts before considering more speculative alternatives. The reluctance to embrace explanations that defy known physics or human capabilities of the time is rooted in this commitment to scientific integrity and the careful construction of historical understanding. As we gently absorb these various mainstream interpretations, from the psychological phenomenon of pareidolia to the rich layers of symbolic meaning, from the power of shamanistic visions to the subtle influences of cultural diffusion, and from the awe-inspiring impact of natural phenomena to the rigorous demands of scientific inquiry, we find a necessary balance in our contemplation. These perspectives do not diminish the mystery, but rather offer a broader context, a deeper appreciation for the multifaceted ways in which humanity has sought to understand and express its place in a vast and often enigmatic world. They invite us to quietly ponder the incredible complexity of ancient cultures, their beliefs, and their artistic expressions, acknowledging that the human mind is capable of both profound literal observation and boundless symbolic imagination. With these conventional viewpoints now softly cradling your thoughts, allowing them to settle like fine academic dust, we prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase will thoughtfully and calmly delve into the very theory that these mainstream explanations often challenge, the ancient astronaut theory itself, exploring its core tenets and the interpretations offered by its most prominent proponents. Let the gentle currents of these balanced perspectives carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. Having calmly surveyed the mainstream explanations for humanity's most puzzling ancient depictions, allowing ourselves to consider the diligent work of archaeologists and anthropologists, our tranquil journey now leads us into a realm often considered more speculative, yet undeniably captivating. This is the domain of the ancient astronaut theory, a profound and sometimes controversial framework that offers an alternative lens through which to view the very same evidence we have been so gently exploring. It is a theory that, rather than dismissing the perplexing consistencies in ancient art and texts as mere coincidence or symbolic abstraction, proposes a bold and deeply intriguing possibility that our distant ancestors were visited by extraterrestrial beings who profoundly influenced early human civilizations. As your thoughts softly drift into this realm of fascinating what-ifs, imagine the vastness of the cosmos and the countless possibilities it holds, waiting to stir our quiet contemplation. At its core, the ancient astronaut theory posits that the gods and celestial beings described in ancient myths, revered in ancient religions, and depicted in ancient art across the globe were not supernatural entities in the conventional sense, but rather advanced alien beings from other planets. These beings, far superior in technology and knowledge to early humans, descended to Earth, interacting directly with nascent human societies. Picture, for a quiet moment, the impact of such an arrival. Beings stepping from luminous crafts, possessing technologies that would appear as magic and knowledge that would seem divine. It is entirely understandable from this perspective that such visitors would be worshipped as gods, their wisdom revered as sacred law, and their actions forever etched into the collective memory and artistic expressions of humankind. This profound interpretation suggests that what we consider mythology might, in some deeply filtered and stylized way, be humanity's ancient record of encounters with extraterrestrial visitors. One of the most prominent and influential figures in popularizing the ancient astronaut theory is Erich von Däniken. His seminal work, Chariots of the Gods, first published in 1968, meticulously presented a vast array of ancient artifacts, texts, and archaeological sites, interpreting them as compelling evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. He argued that the advanced astronomical knowledge of the Maya and Egyptians, the inexplicable engineering feats of Puma, Punku, and the pyramids, the Vimanas of ancient India, and the descriptions of the Anunnaki in Sumerian texts, could all be best explained by the intervention of highly intelligent, technologically advanced aliens. Von Däniken's interpretations, though often met with strong skepticism from mainstream academia, ignited a global curiosity, prompting millions to reconsider what they thought they knew about our ancient past, inviting a quiet moral dilemma: to accept the conventional narrative or to openly ponder the profound implications of such an alternative. The theory delves into several core tenets that seek to explain the consistent patterns we've observed. Firstly, it suggests that these gods were advanced alien beings who arrived on Earth in sophisticated spacecraft. The Vimanas, the celestial chariots, the fiery vehicles described in various texts, are interpreted as literal aerial or spacefaring craft. The iconography of figures appearing to wear helmets, suits, or breathing apparatus, as seen in Palenque or Tassili Naja, is viewed not as ceremonial garb or symbolic vision, but as highly accurate depictions of extraterrestrial visitors and their life support equipment. The idea is that ancient artists and scribes, lacking the vocabulary and conceptual framework for such technology, recorded what they saw using the imagery and narratives available to them, transforming spacesuits into divine attire and spacecraft into celestial boats. Secondly, a fundamental aspect of the ancient astronaut theory is the idea that these alien visitors provided advanced technology and knowledge to early humans. This concept directly addresses the information gap we encountered in various civilizations. How did the Dogon tribe possess knowledge of an invisible star? How did the Egyptians build the pyramids with such precision? How did the Sumerians develop writing and complex societal structures so rapidly? The theory proposes that these extraterrestrial beings acted as mentors, teaching humanity crucial skills in astronomy, mathematics, engineering, and agriculture, thereby accelerating our cultural and technological evolution far beyond what would have been possible through purely indigenous development. The Sumerian stories of oneness, teaching, writing, and science, or the Anunnaki establishing civilization, are seen as literal accounts of knowledge transfer from alien benefactors. This profound idea suggests that humanity's rapid ascent from primitive hunter-gatherers to complex civilizations might have been catalyzed by an external, non-human influence. Thirdly, and perhaps most controversially, some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory suggest the possibility of alien intervention in human development itself, including genetic manipulation. This hypothesis attempts to explain the rapid evolutionary jump of Homo sapiens and the apparent intellectual leap that distinguishes us from other hominids. While deeply speculative, the idea explores whether the gods might have selectively bred or genetically altered early humans to create a more intelligent, adaptable species. thereby becoming the creators or parents of humanity, as described in many ancient myths. This concept, far from being dismissed, often resurfaces in quiet moments of reflection, creating a gentle emotional trauma loop, a recurring thought about the true origins of our intelligence and our species, and the profound implications if our lineage is tied to stars beyond our own. This theory, though difficult to prove, invites a profound revaluation of our place in the cosmic order. It is important, as we quietly consider these arguments, to maintain the calm and open-minded perspective that has guided our entire journey. The ancient astronaut theory presents a coherent framework for interpreting many of the global enigmas we have encountered. It provides answers, however speculative, to questions that mainstream explanations sometimes struggle to fully resolve. By attributing the advanced knowledge and impossible constructions to a superior, external influence, the theory offers a unifying explanation for the recurring motifs of sky beings, advanced gear, and seemingly anachronistic technologies found across disconnected ancient cultures. It appeals to a deep human curiosity about our origins and our place in the universe, inviting us to imagine a history far richer and far more connected to the cosmos than conventionally taught. The sheer persistence of the arguments, the widespread nature of the evidence, and the consistent interpretations offered by figures like Erich von Däniken have ensured that the ancient astronaut theory remains a vibrant and compelling area of contemplation. It challenges us to look beyond the immediate and the conventional, to gently push the boundaries of our understanding, and to consider that the answers to our ancient puzzles might lie not just in the dust of forgotten civilizations, but in the shimmering light of distant stars. This theory, whether ultimately proven or disproven, serves as a powerful reminder of humanity's boundless imagination and our enduring fascination with the unknown, encouraging us to continue our serene quest for deeper truths about our shared cosmic past. With these tenets of the ancient astronaut theory now softly cradling your thoughts, allowing them to gently settle like profound cosmic dust, we prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase will carefully revisit and highlight the most perplexing aspects of the evidence that continue to defy easy explanation from any perspective, whether mainstream or alternative. It will emphasize the continued mystery of converging imagery, anomalous knowledge, and monumental construction that remains unexplained. Let the gentle currents of these speculative yet intriguing ideas carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. Having thoughtfully delved into the compelling arguments of the ancient astronaut theory, and having also calmly considered the rigorous explanations offered by mainstream anthropology and archaeology, our serene journey through the ancient past now brings us to a crucial, contemplative juncture. It is here that we must acknowledge, with quiet honesty, that despite the richness of theories and the depth of scholarly inquiry, certain profound aspects of the evidence we have encountered continue to defy easy, universally satisfying explanation from either perspective. The tapestry of our ancient history, woven with threads of incredible human ingenuity and spiritual depth, still contains intricate knots and shimmering, unresolved threads that stubbornly resist being fully untangled. As you gently allow your thoughts to settle, imagine a vast, ancient library filled with countless scrolls of knowledge, yet with certain pages eternally blank, holding secrets that whisper only in the silence. Indeed, even after meticulously dissecting the various interpretations, there remain a host of lingering enigmas persistent questions that continue to perplex researchers from all schools of thought. These aren't minor discrepancies, but fundamental challenges to our understanding of ancient human capabilities, motivations, and potential external influences. Think, for a quiet moment, of the sheer scale of the information gap that still surrounds so many of these ancient wonders. While mainstream science offers plausible, albeit often generalized, explanations for many phenomena, they sometimes struggle to account for the extraordinary level of precision, the apparent advanced knowledge, or the sheer logistical impossibility of certain ancient achievements given the supposed tools and technologies of the time. And while the ancient astronaut theory offers a grand, unifying explanation, it often lacks the empirical, direct evidence that traditional science demands, leaving it in the realm of intriguing speculation. The truth, perhaps, lies in the vast, peaceful space between these two perspectives. Let us revisit the profound mystery of converging imagery, a theme that echoes through every corner of our global exploration tonight. Why do such similar alien motifs appear independently across disconnected cultures, separated by immense oceans and vast stretches of time? Consider the recurring image of figures encased in what appear to be helmets or suits, from Pakelvotan's sarcophagus lid in Palenque, to the helmeted Olmec colossal heads, to the great gods of Tassili Najor. Why this consistent portrayal of enclosed headwear, protective gear, or unusual attire that is so strikingly different from typical ceremonial robes or local dress? Mainstream explanations often attribute these to artistic stylization, shamanistic visions, or pareidolia. Yet, the consistency of these visual parallels, their subtle yet undeniable resemblance to modern space apparatus across cultures that had no known contact, remains a powerful and deeply unsettling question. It's as if a shared visual memory, a collective dream of visitors from beyond, was imprinted upon the human psyche globally. A profound mystery that continues to resist a single, simple explanation. Then there is the persistent enigma of anomalous knowledge. How did the Dogon tribe of Mali acquire astonishingly accurate and detailed knowledge of the invisible Sirius B star, millennia before modern telescopes confirmed its existence and characteristics? This isn't a vague myth, it's verifiable astronomical data. While anthropological studies have explored potential alternative indigenous observational methods or cultural diffusion over immense periods, the directness and precision of the Dogon's knowledge creates a profound information gap that remains largely unexplained by conventional means. Similarly, the advanced astronomical understanding of the Maya, the Egyptians, and ancient Indian civilizations, combined with their intricate calendars and celestial alignments, sometimes seems to leap generations ahead of their presumed technological development. Where did this accelerated knowledge come from? Was it all purely indigenous genius, or was there an external catalyst, a profound source of inspiration or information that remains obscured in the mists of time? This persistence of unexplained knowledge, like a hidden bomb in our historical narrative, gently encourages us to keep our minds open to possibilities beyond the conventional. And let us not forget the monumental constructions that continue to challenge our understanding of ancient engineering. The inexplicable precision of Puma Punka's stonework, with its perfectly cut, massive blocks and intricate H-shaped joins, still defies replication with ancient tools. The sheer scale and astronomical alignments of Stonehenge, or the construction of the Great Pyramids of Egypt, with their flawless precision and logistical challenges, pose questions that stretch the very limits of our conventional historical models. While modern engineering attempts to reconstruct how these feats could have been achieved with primitive methods, the elegance, the efficiency, and the sheer audacity of these ancient projects consistently hint at a level of technological sophistication or an input of knowledge that seems anachronistic. These structures stand as silent, immovable testaments to methods that remain, to a significant degree, a profound enigma, inviting a moment of perceived extended time as we allow ourselves to truly contemplate their baffling existence. The specific hows and whys of their creation continue to echo through the ages without definitive answers. The true hidden bomb in our journey tonight is not just one isolated mystery, but the persistence of all these unanswered questions, consistently reappearing across diverse cultures and eras. It's the enduring enigma of convergence, the repeated appearance of similar motifs, technologies, and narratives of sky beings or gods who brought knowledge, built wonders, or intervened in human affairs. If these were all independent inventions of human imagination, why are the patterns so strikingly similar? If they were all derived from natural phenomena, why are the depictions so often technological and non-human? The limits of our current understanding, whether from the mainstream or alternative perspectives, are undeniable. We have theories, we have interpretations, but definitive, unambiguous answers that fully resolve these profound contradictions remain elusive, keeping the door wide open for continuous contemplation and wonder. This beautiful, profound information gap, rather than being a source of anxiety, becomes a tranquil space for reflection. It reminds us that our universe, and indeed our own history, is far vaster and more mysterious than we can often conceive. It allows us to embrace the idea that not every question needs an immediate, concrete answer, and that sometimes the true beauty lies in the enduring enigma itself. The persistence of these baffling examples, the rhythmic callbacks to the most unsettling and unexplained aspects of our past, gently reinforces the idea that there is always more to learn, more to wonder about, and more to quietly ponder as we drift into the serenity of the unknown, with these profound, unresolved questions now softly cradling your thoughts, allowing them to settle like the ancient dust of forgotten knowledge. We prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase will gently reflect on the enduring human fascination with the unknown, connecting our ancient search for answers to our modern quest for meaning, and finding comfort in the wonder of it all. Let the gentle currents of these persistent mysteries carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. Having thoughtfully explored the lingering enigmas and the profound information gaps that persist in our understanding of ancient depictions and their potential origins, our serene journey now gently shifts its focus. We turn inward for a quiet moment to consider not just the mysteries themselves, but why these ancient puzzles and the compelling idea of visitors from other worlds resonates so deeply within the human psyche. Why do these whispers from the past, these glimpses of the unexplained, continue to captivate our imagination, stirring a sense of wonder that transcends time and culture? It is a profound psychological connection, an innate human drive that has pulsed within us since the dawn of consciousness. From the moment our ancient ancestors first gazed upon the vast, star-dusted canopy above, questions of origin, of purpose, and of our place in the immense cosmos began to stir. These ancient depictions, the helmeted figures, the flying machines, the impossible constructions, the celestial gods, tap into a fundamental human curiosity, a relentless urge to explore the unknown. to push the boundaries of what we perceive as real. We are, at our core, seekers of meaning, storytellers, and dreamers. The very notion that there might be more to our history, more to our universe, than what is readily apparent, awakens something deep within us, a primal sense of wonder that can be both humbling and exhilarating. It is this very curiosity, this quiet yearning for connection and understanding beyond the mundane, that draws us to these enduring mysteries. It allows us to feel part of a grander narrative, a story that spans not just continents, but galaxies. This ancient search for answers. Who are we? Where did we truly come from? Are we alone in this vast cosmic ocean? Echoes precisely our modern existential questions. The human condition has always been defined by this quest for meaning, for purpose, and for a deeper understanding of our existence. When we look at the intricate carvings of Pakelvotan, or ponder the astronomical precision of the Maya, or read the Sumerian texts speaking of those who from heaven to earth came, we are not merely observing historical artifacts. We are, in a profound sense, witnessing our ancestors grappling with the very same fundamental questions that stir in our hearts today. They too looked up at the night sky, at the same shimmering constellations, and wondered about the beings that might reside among them. Their art and their myths were their way of processing, recording, and transmitting these existential ponderings. Their attempts to connect the earthly with the celestial, the known with the unknown. For many, the idea of visitors from other worlds can sometimes evoke a sense of unease or even fear. Yet, in the tranquil embrace of our shared journey tonight, we gently reframe this fascination not as anxious apprehension, but as a source of profound, peaceful wonder. There is a quiet comfort to be found in acknowledging the vastness of the unknown, in accepting that our understanding of the universe, and indeed of our own history, is still evolving. To embrace these mysteries, to hold space for possibilities beyond our current comprehension, is to open our minds to an infinite tapestry of wonder. It is a gentle reminder that we are part of something far greater, far more intricate, and far more awe-inspiring than we can ever fully grasp. This open-mindedness, this willingness to sit with the unanswered, can be a profoundly calming experience, liberating us from the need for immediate, definitive answers and inviting us instead to revel in the sheer beauty of the unexplained. Imagine, for a soft moment, the profound relief that comes with releasing the pressure to have all the answers, the comfort of knowing that the universe is vast, full of secrets, and that our human journey is an ongoing discovery, a gentle unfolding of truth. This quiet acceptance of the unknown, rather than creating anxiety, can foster a deep sense of peace. It encourages humility, reminding us that there is always more to learn, more to explore, and more to quietly marvel at. These ancient depictions, therefore, serve not as unsettling puzzles, but as timeless invitations to a grand cosmic dialogue, connecting us across millennia with our ancestors, who also gazed skyward with awe and curiosity. This enduring human fascination is also deeply intertwined with our collective unconscious, a concept explored by depth psychologists. Carl Jung, for example, spoke of archetypes, universal, archaic patterns and images that derive from the collective unconscious and are the psychic counterpart of instinct. Could the sky being or hero from above be one such archetype? A primal recognition of something profound that has visited humanity throughout its history. The universality of these motifs across unconnected cultures, as we have meticulously explored, hints at a shared wellspring of experience, a deep resonance that transcends cultural specificity, Whether these archetypes are products of collective dreams, inherited racial memories, or echoes of actual encounters, their consistent appearance speaks volumes about the human mind's capacity to process and integrate extraordinary phenomena into its foundational narratives. It's a testament to the fact that some stories, some images, are simply too powerful, too resonant, to be confined to a single time or place. As we allow these thoughts to gently settle, the deep psychological connection, the echoes of existential questions, and the profound comfort found in wonder, we reinforce the idea that our exploration tonight is more than just a presentation of historical anomalies. It is an invitation to a deeper, more personal reflection on humanity's timeless journey of discovery. The ancient mysteries, far from being distant historical curiosities, become mirrors reflecting our own intrinsic desire for meaning, for purpose, and for understanding our place in the vast, silent cosmos. This profound sense of connection to a larger, unknown narrative can be incredibly soothing, helping to quiet the anxieties of the day and prepare the mind for a restful descent into sleep. Knowing that the universe holds endless wonders to be explored, with this tranquil understanding of our enduring human fascination now softly cradling your thoughts, allowing them to gently settle like the quiet wisdom of ages, we prepare to embark on the next phase of our journey. This phase will begin to calmly weave together all the threads we have explored, a tapestry of speculation and wonder, synthesizing the vast array of global depictions and the various theories discussed. Let the gentle currents of these profound reflections carry you even deeper into a state of profound and peaceful relaxation, as the secrets of our deep past continue to unfold in the soft silence, guiding you closer and closer to a tranquil and restorative rest. As we close our contemplation on why these ancient mysteries resonate so profoundly within us, acknowledging the deep human connection to the unknown, our journey now gracefully guides us towards a gentle synthesis. We have traveled far, in thought and imagination, across continents and through the vast, silent corridors of time, from the mist-shrouded jungles where the Maya etched intricate astronauts into stone, to the stark, wind-swept deserts where the Nazca people carved immense geoglyphs visible only from the sky. We have listened to the whispers of the Nile, where Egyptians built impossible pyramids and depicted what appear to be modern machines, and delved into the Fertile Crescent, where Sumerian tablets spoke explicitly of those who from heaven to earth came. Our minds have soared with the Vimanas of ancient India, pondered the celestial emperors of the Far East, felt the primal chill of European caves revealing non-human figures, and marveled at the star knowledge of Africa's Dogon people. This journey has been a testament to the incredible breadth and diversity of ancient human expression. Yet, what has become undeniably clear, like stars emerging in a darkening sky, is the profound and astonishing unity that underlies these disparate records. Across every culture, every era, a consistent, almost rhythmic pattern has emerged, forming a singular, global narrative. We have repeatedly observed the recurring archetype, figures adorned with what appear to be sophisticated helmets, protective suits, or peculiar headgear designed for environments beyond our earthly realm. We've seen suggestions of advanced vehicles, from the alleged craft of Pakel Votan to the flying palaces of India, and the enigmatic helicopter forms of Egypt Hall, hinting at modes of transport utterly unknown to their creators. The presence of specialized tools or advanced instrumentation, and the portrayal of beings with unusual body proportions, sometimes with large, compelling eyes peering from behind visors, has woven a thread of commonality across vast cultural divides. These are not isolated oddities. They are consistent echoes, a harmonious chorus of the inexplicable, rising from the deepest past of humanity. This convergence of imagery, this global recurrence of what can only be described as visitors from other worlds, compels us to re-examine our most cherished assumptions about history. It forces us to ask, with serene curiosity, whether these shared motifs are merely the product of a universal human imagination, spontaneously generating similar stories and symbols across an isolated planet, or could they, instead, be deeply stylized, ancient recollections, filtered through the artistic and cultural lenses of their time, of actual, profound encounters with advanced beings or technologies that descended from the heavens? The sheer improbability of such precise, often technical, parallels appearing without any apparent contact is, in itself, a source of quiet awe. It suggests that perhaps our ancestors, far from being primitive, were meticulous observers, recording what they saw with the best means available to them, attempting to convey extraordinary experiences that defied their everyday reality. The beauty and intrigue of the unknown lie precisely in this magnificent tapestry of speculation and wonder. It invites us to hold both mainstream explanations and alternative theories in our minds, not as opposing forces, but as complementary ways of grappling with the profound mysteries that define our existence. The true value of this journey is not necessarily in finding definitive answers, which may forever remain just beyond our grasp, but in the peaceful act of contemplating the questions themselves, in this space of open-mindedness, where history intertwines with myth and science, gently brushes against the speculative, we find a profound comfort. It is the comfort of realizing that the universe is far vaster, far more ancient, and perhaps far more populated than we currently understand, and that our own human story is inextricably linked to its grand unfolding narrative. As we gently begin to weave these countless threads of evidence and interpretation, we are reaffirming the sheer wonder and scale of human history and imagination. We recognize the quiet courage of ancient observers who dared to record the inexplicable, passing down their unique testimonies across generations, hoping that one day their profound messages might be understood. This gentle synthesis allows us to appreciate the beauty of what remains unsolved, fostering a sense of peace rather than frustration. It is a reminder that even in the deepest mysteries, there is a serene comfort to be found, a quiet invitation to embrace the boundless possibilities of our shared past and our cosmic future. This first part of our synthesis now gently settles, guiding our thoughts towards a more integrated understanding of these timeless enigmas, preparing us for the tranquil conclusion of our journey into the unseen, as we gently bring our journey to a close. A journey that has woven together the intricate threads of ancient mysteries from across our world. We find ourselves not with definitive, easily stated answers, but with something arguably more precious and enduring, a profound sense of wonder, a calm acceptance of the boundless unknown. We have traversed continents in our minds, pondered the impossible, and dared to ask questions that echo through the vast, silent corridors of millennia. This grand tapestry of speculation and wonder, shimmering with the enigma of the unexplained, reminds us that the human story is far richer, far more interconnected with the cosmos than our conventional histories often allow us to imagine. The quiet courage of our ancient ancestors, those meticulous observers and profound interpreters who dared to record the extraordinary phenomena around them, serves as a timeless inspiration. They, much like us, gazed at the same vast, stardusted sky and pondered their place in the universe, leaving behind enigmatic messages in stone, clay, and myth, that still stir our souls and challenge our understanding today. These enduring records are a testament not only to their ingenuity, but also to their willingness to confront and integrate the profoundly other into their worldviews, embedding these extraordinary encounters into the very bedrock of their beliefs and artistic legacies, shaping their cultures in ways we are only beginning to truly comprehend. In this serene moment, as the echoes of ancient visitors, sky beings, and impossible constructions softly recede into the gentle mists of history, we invite you to connect these profound ancient questions to the quietude of your own present, to the very fabric of your being, to the gentle rhythm of your heart. Think of the subtle, unseen mysteries that unfold within your own life, the personal, uncharted journeys you embark upon each night as you gracefully drift into the realm of sleep. Just as our ancestors sought to understand the unseen worlds beyond their immediate grasp, perceiving them through the unique cultural lenses of their time, so too do we embark on a personal, unseen journey each time we close our eyes. This nightly voyage ventures into the restorative depths of rest, a sacred place where the conscious mind quiets and the subconscious explores its own vast internal landscapes, where dreams might dance with ancient visions or new insights may gently emerge. This is a seamless transition, a gentle bridge from the contemplation of grand, historical enigmas to the profound tranquility of your own inner peace, a peace that flows freely within you, calming every fiber of your being. Let the sense of wonder we've cultivated tonight, the gentle embrace of the unexplained and the calmly accepted not knowing, become a soft, comforting blanket of calm. Allow it to lovingly guide your thoughts away from the day's concerns, its demands, and its lingering anxieties, leading you instead towards a deeper, more profound and encompassing relaxation. Surrender to this quiet descent, feeling your eyelids grow heavy, your muscles softening, your entire body unwinding from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, knowing that in the sacred, tranquil space of unknowing, true peace can flourish and lovingly envelop your entire being. If this tranquil journey through ancient wonders and cosmic possibilities has brought you a moment of profound peace, if it has stirred your curiosity in a gentle, comforting way, or offered a unique, calming path to reflection before sleep, we gently invite you to become a more integrated and cherished part of our growing community of quiet explorers. To continue this journey of discovery and well-being with us, consider taking a moment to subscribe to the channel. It's not merely a simple, fleeting click. It's a quiet, meaningful commitment to yourself, to nurture your inherent curiosity about the cosmos and humanity's profound place within it, and to find comfort and belonging in the profound beauty of the unknown together as a collective of peaceful seekers. Your thoughtful presence truly enriches our community, making it a stronger, more vibrant space for contemplation and shared discovery. By subscribing, you ensure that you don't miss our future journeys into history's most intriguing enigmas and the calming explorations of the unexplained that we regularly embark upon. We are all on this path of discovery, united by a shared sense of awe and a quiet yearning for deeper understanding, a sense of unity that soothes the soul and connects us all. And if a particular image, a specific ancient site, or an idea from tonight's extended exploration resonated most deeply within you, perhaps leave a quiet, reflective comment below. Share which ancient depiction sparked your imagination the most, or simply tell us how this journey has gently prepared you for a truly restful night. Your words, like gentle, ancient whispers echoing across time, connect us all, making this not just a video, but a shared space of calm, wonder, mutual exploration, and serene belonging. Let your voice be a soft, reassuring thread in our rich tapestry of shared curiosity and peace, helping others to find this tranquil refuge as well. Now, as our narration softly, almost imperceptibly, concludes, allowing the words to gently fade like the last rays of twilight painting the evening sky, allow the carefully chosen ambient music to gently take over, becoming the sole guide for your conscious mind, inviting it to release its hold. Let it be a soft, flowing river, a timeless, gentle current carrying you effortlessly towards the serene, welcoming shores of deep and restorative sleep. Release any lingering thoughts, any remaining questions that might still gently stir within your mind, like distant ripples on a calm lake, and simply surrender completely to the profound calm that surrounds you, that fills you from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Feel the comfortable weight of your body settling, sinking deeper into your chosen resting place, melting into the soft, supportive embrace beneath you. Your breath, now slow, even, and rhythmic, becomes a gentle tide of peace, washing over every part of your being, cleansing, soothing, and utterly relaxing you. Imagine the vast, silent, starlit sky above the very same ancient sky that captivated and inspired our distant ancestors, now gracefully unfolding above you, cradling you in its gentle, infinite, and utterly peaceful embrace. Feel its stillness, its immensity, its comforting presence, knowing it holds both the ancient past and your peaceful present. Every breath out is a release, a letting go of the day's burdens, any remaining tension, and all worldly concerns. And every breath in is a replenishment of profound peace, a quiet invigoration of tranquility that soothes your very core, preparing you for the deepest slumber, guiding you into a night of profound rest. Rest now, dear explorer, dear brother, dear sister, for your journey into wonder has prepared you for this precious moment of peace. You have shown remarkable dedication to curiosity and the pursuit of understanding, and now it is time for true rest. Let the unseen journey of sleep guide you gently to profound tranquility, to dreams as expansive and peaceful as the cosmos itself. Dreams where ancient mysteries and celestial wonders might softly intertwine, enriching your inner world. The ancient mysteries, those silent, enduring questions etched into the fabric of our shared human past, will patiently await your gentle return, just as the stars patiently await each night to illuminate the darkness and guide our way. And we, your fellow travelers in wonder, will be here always, to continue our calm exploration whenever you are ready to embark once more into the depths of history's enigmas and the quiet marvels of the unexplained. Until then, may your night be filled with the deepest peace, your mind refreshed and revitalized, your spirit renewed, and your dreams be as vast, wondrous, and limitless as the universe itself. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, knowing that the journey of discovery, even in slumber, truly continues, endlessly unfolding, and always gently beckoning.